Yep. A lot of them look like a good buy. Now, Neo has taken a big beating today, but on the Arun, we are building this big giant wall right here. And that shows an explosion to the upside, probably well past the $60, $65 range. And if we come out on bigger time frames, of course, this is a 150 period Arun. We're going to need to bring that down to about, let's go back down to the standard of 25 or 14. And we can look at those walls on a slightly different level. Now here we can see another one of those walls building, okay, and it ended up being a short signal, okay. Now let's go back in time here, maybe on some lower time frames, and we'll look for that particular signal again. Now see, here is a blue wall, price, exploded to go through it. Now let's look for these red walls here. See, here's a blue wall, price fell through it. So when it builds a red wall, and let's come down on the 5-day, 5-minute, see if we can find one here. And here is the perfect example of price exploding through one of those walls like that. So keeping that in mind, that is the action we are seeing at Neo on the 4-hour chart currently. And okay, now see, here's what happened. All right, let's come back out here to our daily chart. Okay, now up, down, up, down. The next move is to the upside. What will the angle be or the duration? We don't know, but that is the next move. So if this is the bottom, let's just say this, $46 level, then we can expect a run to $70 here anytime after this short process is over. Now, how long will that process take? It might take till, 318, 320 to get through that. So we may realistically be looking for a down pull to here, and then that's when we'll fire to the $70 and double. Let's take a look at our list over here on YouTube, on our YouTube list for today, and see everything's taken a beating. Everything. Let's go over into the market watch. I mean, there is blood in the streets today. So, and Tesla, had I saw Tesla hit that 620 early in the morning, where I was still asleep, I'm not going to lie. I was up at 4 a.m., I do my work, and then I take a little nap, and, oh, look at that. Tesla and Neo also look very similar. So, all right, I think we're going to keep seeing, this big pullback. I said something about this yesterday. So, but we need to wait for this bottom to fire off. So how are we going to know when that happens? Well, we want to know on the 25 or the 150 period, when the Arun down is over. So let's go over here, and let's see what we can find for MTF. Okay. Or it must be in the studies. MTF. Okay, and this is one of my solutions. Okay, not the one I had in mind. That must still be a rough Arun 4-way solution. Let's try the other one. MTF. Strategies. MTF. Not working. And let's add this one. And let's add this one. Okay, still not the information we need. Okay, let's come over here to our sets. We'll see if we can find a set where it's already set up for us. I'm going through and deleting my sets, making them more organized so I can share them with everyone, and so I can share them on GitHub. Now, let's remove all here because I do want to use my trend noise setup, so we will use that. And we'll hit apply. Okay. Now, on Tesla, we can see we're having a big squeeze coming out of a squeeze, HA cult down, trend noise up, and trend periods is down. So this is a giant pullback, or the best time to be looking to get in on the daily. Let's pull down on a 4-hour chart and see what it looked like. Now, we haven't quite, well, it looks like we are just about hitting our bottom on the 4-hour chart and striking through one of our support and resistance lines. That's a good thing. So that could be our bottom, and as you can see, for our support and resistance lines, look where that wick hit it, right down there on the bottom and bounced. I plotted that yesterday, or a couple days ago, or last week. I mean, that's, go back and look at all the charts. That line has not moved. So we now know that our chartings are at least correct. Okay. So had I predicted the buy, somewhere around the 620 level and had my order set, it might have hit it, but holding overnight is something that I'm not so sure about here anymore. Just doesn't seem like the market is secure for overnight holding. Even half, or a quarter overnight holding and then doubling back in the next day. So let's see what we have that's less than 25 and ready to fire long on the daily and weekly. Okay, we've got ANIK, IR, PNTG, NXRT, ALKS, ARLO, MRSN, which is the Mersana. Let's see, PSTI, LBRDA, and CLLS. Okay, now the ones that are red, those are the ones I would be looking at for your good discounts and being ready to fire long. The ones that are green probably have already fired long, or they're showing their bottoms. The NXRT is showing a bottom right now. I'll go back to that in a second. Okay, there was your top. Let's chill and wait. NXRT at 41.97 is about to give us a long signal on the week. Let's check the daily. Okay, here was your signal on the daily. So that was back on the 29th of January. No good signals recent. Okay, let's go back to our market watch here. Looks like Neo, Home Depot, Baba, I mean, all of them are pulling back today. So, and the redder they are, the more they're pulling back, the greener they are. What's that, bud? ITUB, ITUB. So if anything, today is the day to exploit, to put thy, money where thy mouth is. Buy up all the good deals. Okay. Now on Palantir, we can see, look, here's that support and resistance line it hit. Okay, it bounced, came down, hit it again, gave people the chance to buy back in where Kathy Wood got her discount at, because that's the biggest thing people were concerned about. They're like, oh, well, I want Palantir where they got it from. Well, you can usually get your chance for that. It just comes later. So, and you can also go back in the Tesla charts and recognize that as well. Absolutely. So we can see we hit our bottom on Palantir here. That's no surprise. Okay, we went up, got your, take your profit. Okay, coming back down, and we are about to hit our buy back in at the bottom of where Palantir is going to bounce again. So now we've got this motion, okay? Now if we were to do the zigzag or even the wolf wave, this is the next direction, upwards to the $33, $34 level. That is where our next line of support is, and if it breaks through the $34 level, it will have to get past the $36.50 to continue on. So And then, of course, we have a support up here around the $38 to $40 level. So it looks like it's being shorted from at least $39.56. It'll have to get through that. So, okay. Now, here we are. This is our lunchtime dip. Dip right on this $26 level where it had support on the way up. I see that. Now, we are about to get a long signal up, so we should see a move back to about the $27.50, $28 level here, hopefully sometime today. It looks like that is realistic. Given the trend noise, okay, and the trend periods and the HA cult being down, and it being squeezed, now it's coming out of its squeeze. There we go. What else took a hit today? Did Givo take a hit? Givo looks the same as all the other charts. Okay. Hey, Givo warrants aren't worth anything. Okay. BNGO. Yeah. BNGO looks like the same chart. All of them did the same thing that the stock market did back on November the 2nd through November the 9th. If anybody remembers that particular time, or you go back to your time on the charts and look, you can see that all of the stocks did a particular move similar to this. So now we can see on BNGO on the 5-minute chart, we fired a long signal on the TTM Scalper. And on the daily, we're just a big drop off from nothing. So we look back here, we last got an up signal on the TTM Scalper and things cooled off from 11:30 and had no action all the way till 12:24, 12:28, and then on 12:30 price exploded. So those are the things we want to start searching for. You know, we want to find a flat market when the last signal, say 30 bars, was the TTM Scalper pivot low. So we might want to scan for this on the daily. So let's try to recreate this particular scan, and we're going to find BNGO, let's just say before it explodes. So to recreate this, let's go and hit on demand, okay? And now that's going to bring us into, okay, and we want to go back to 12:18. Okay, so let's come up and click our calendar here. And we'll go December 2020, 18th, excellent, and hit go. And it's gotta take a second to catch up with itself. All right, guy, I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, later. Peace. Okay, conference call done for the day. Let's see. Doesn't seem like we've been able to get this switched over to the day. So let's try it again. And then go December 18th. Go. Okay. So now we're on the daily. All right, and this should be way before, you know, our explosion. So how many days before did this signal fire before it happened? So let's just say at least to the 18th, and we know it didn't explode for another week. Okay, so it didn't explode until the 28th. So right about here is when price exploded. All right. So that gave it a good 30 days before price blew up. All right. Kind of the, similar actions here and here and here. I mean, it just, yeah, month-long trade, month-long hold. So let's go back through here and see if we can scan for that and see if it can be true. So we'll go into our scan tab. Oh, okay. Never mind. Not going to work like that. Now we'll go into our scan tab and we'll hit delete and we will add a condition. Now what we want to know is if our TTM Scalper alert pivot high, pivot low is true, okay, and it's going to say within 1 bars, but what we really want to know is it true, say, 5 trading days ago? So let's just see what that gives us. Okay. All right, and we'll hit scan. And this is a fairly simple scan. It shouldn't have a problem pulling it up. Although we should go in and put some other things in here. Let's just do a price, and we can do 2 of these. We can do one that's from like, say, 50 cents or $1 if you're only wanting to do, say, NASDAQ stocks. And we'll go all the way to, let's just say, 2,000. All right. And you'll add another filter. We'll add another stock filter. And we want to know when, so we've got our close, we could do market cap, we could do market maker move, PE. Let's just do, it has a sizzle index, so that's going to be of 1, although that's going to put us into shares that have options. Okay, no matches, no matches. And we want to scan in our category of all stocks. Okay, now let's get rid of that, hit scan and see what comes up. And because I'm curious of what the 5 bars ago, from 5 bars ago will look like on it, let's just copy this and we're going to go and turn it into its own little study. Now, come over to your little hourglass, make sure you're on your studies tab and hit create. Now come over here, create, Control V, plot data, and this is going to be TTM, pivot low, true, daily, 5 ago. All right. And once again, we have forgotten to declare that on the lower. And voila. Hit apply. And now we can see when the TTM Scalper was true. Okay, so it's going to say every time 5 bars ago the TTM Scalper was true, it will give us a signal. So let's hone in on this and see what signals it's giving us. So let's get rid of, well, everything. Okay, let's pull it back up. TTM, pivot low true, 5 bars ago, and we'll hit apply. Now, it is looking into the past, all right? So it's got us here. All right, now we'll go pull up our TTM Scalper alert again. Hit apply, hit OK. So what do we see here? We see on that very last signal, okay, that it doesn't seem like it fired. It wasn't accounted for. All right, now, but if we go 5 bars ago, okay, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Okay. So, and that's the pivot low from 5 bars ago. All right, so let's go in and change that scan a little bit, or, you know, we can change it just right in here, and we can go, you know, from negative 5 bars ago is true. All right, now, or we can go TTM Scalper, you know, pivot low just is true. Hit apply, hit OK, hit apply, hit OK. Now you can see it's true here. Now, of course, it may have been, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. But now we're right on point. So if we go from 5 bars ago, why didn't this one show up? Very interesting. So let's check out another stock just to... Okay. Now, there's a signal. There's a signal. Okay. And there's a signal. Let's go in here. Pivot low is true. Let's say within 5 bars. Hit apply, hit OK. All right. Now, it's a bit different, isn't it? Our entry signals are a bit longer. So now we get a chance to see when things are really running just a little bit better. So we get more of a, on the daily chart, we'll get a 5-day warning. Or at least if we went from 5 bars ago to 5 bars now. Okay, so let's do that. So now we're going to cover 10 full days of whether this pivot low has happened. From negative 5 bars ago hit apply, hit OK. Check that out. Much longer signal. All right. All right, so when it was true from 5 bars ago, we get a signal. So 5 bars ago to 5 bars, you know, present seems to be about what we're looking for. Okay. So let's see, do we buy when it drops or do we buy when it pops? So, you know, we'll have to figure out a way we can read this, but just by going, you know, from the 5 bars ago, there we go. So 5 bars ago. So if we got the signal here and bought it, but I would prefer to know not when it was true 5 bars ago, but when it was true, see, and yet it was true here, but there is no arrow. So as we can see, the arrows don't always plot, but it did fire here. So very good piece of information to have. So we will continue to work on this. From 5 bars ago. Okay. And see how this works on a regular chart. Let's just see on the 1-minute chart. How well does it do? Lets you know when the TTM Scalper was true from 5 bars ago. TTM Scalper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's accurate there. And see, it could be picking up TTM Scalper up signal on a different time frame too. I've wondered about that. So here we are at Tesla again. And of course, if we wanted to have the inverse of, this particular signal, we would just go in and build the scan the other way and change pivot low to pivot high. So if we did such a thing, okay. And we'll make a new study with it. And voila. Okay. Now we can see when our pivot high was true from 5 bars ago. Now, if it was done on the daily, then it's probably going to be catching, daily aggregates. And of course, if we liked the way that this plotted out, or you want a strategy that's, similar to this, definitely hit the thumbs up and like and share. And when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will release the one that you want. Okay, now this is a strategy based on the TTM Scalper, but it gives you a little bit more security by buying in after the signal is true, not looking into the past. So a little bit more precise, and it does seem to make a good bit of money. Now here on Tesla, buying and selling 10 shares from whenever the start would have been. Show our report. It looks like our max trade would have been, max profit would have made $2,087 in one trade, and we would have made $14,191 in a total of 24 trades. So this strategy does work well. So stick around, that way you can get your hands on it. And we'll keep working on this, and if you would like to work on this TTM strategy here where we're trying to look into the past for the particular signals instead of find out when they're true after they're true and possibly be late to the party, comment down below so I can tell you, where we can get these on GitHub. I share them, to a GitHub page and, grab them from there, work on them. Yeah, so, get out there and find some discounts for yourselves today, make some money, and I will catch you in the next video.